today. Rishi Sunak arrived in Clacton-on-Sea to announce funding for left behind towns, as well as Clacton, Great Yarmouth and Norfolk is also among the areas to be given £20 million over 10 years. But with so many local authorities struggling to make ends meet, is this cash just a drop in the ocean?
Hi. Well, it's precisely because I understand about the importance of towns and what people want that we've announced this policy. And that's the thing, there's a change that I'm trying to bring to government. And too much of Westminster in the past has been focused just on big cities. I don't think that's right. More people live in towns like Clacton than they do in big cities. I want to make sure people in towns everywhere know that this government, me as Prime Minister, are supporting them. And that's why we're providing this funding for local areas, but also crucially, it's long-term funding and it's putting local people in charge of it.
Duncan, just on the funding there, I mean, it is a drop in the ocean, isn't it? Because £20 million over 10 years is what, £2 million a year for Clacton, Great Yarmouth. Great Yarmouth have a £3.5 million black hole in their budget already before this money even comes in.
Yeah, well, I don't know a lot about things in life, but I'd like to think I know a bit about the high street, given I was a retailer for 20 years. And the high street is changing enormously. The threat of the internet has completely and utterly changed the retail landscape. And we're going to see a high street that now becomes one predominantly of the service sector.
But if you cut 3.5 million and put 2 million back, it's not a boost, is it, for a coastal town?
Absolutely. Actually, you will never have enough money to do what you need to do for our high streets. And I think we just need to be open about that, because we are seeing complete and utter systemic change to our high streets. But actually, this money can be useful. It can help to improve high streets. But actually, we need to tackle the real problem. And the real problem is actually running a bricks and mortar business is extremely expensive, with costs, wages, etc. Business rates reform is absolutely required. And the threat of the internet dominance now means that footfall onto our high streets is absolutely decimated into comparison to what it used to be. You can see that with every major high street chain that is announcing sales which decline because of footfall.
But let's move on to Daniel then. £2 million a year over 10 years, is that enough for places like Clacton and Great Yarmouth? But isn't it right to focus maybe on towns rather than cities like Cambridge, which are relatively well off?
This is desultory, desperate stuff from the Prime Minister, who knows he's in real trouble in these communities. Now, the big change was announced by Keir Starmer at the Labour conference, because the future